The International Day of Innocent Children Victims of Aggression is observed on June 4 each year. It was established on 19th August 1982, originally focused on victims of the 1982 Lebanon War. Its purpose expanded to acknowledge the pain suffered by children throughout the world who are victims of physical, mental, and emotional abuse. It affirms the United Nations' commitment to protect the rights of children.
It's a United Nations Observance Day, which holds annually on 4th of June since its establishment in 19th August 1982. And this focuses on the violence and aggression against children who have been mentally, emotionally, and physically battered and abused. And this day focuses on the United Nations Child Rights Enforcement.
This brings together millions of individuals and organizations working to protect and preserve the rights of children. It is a sad reality that in situations where armed conflict breaks out, it is the most vulnerable members of societies, namely children, who are most affected by the consequences of war. The 6 most common violations are recruitment and use of children in a war, killing, sexual abuse, abduction, attacks on schools and hospitals, and denial of humanitarian access.
We talk of violence, we talk of abuse. They suffer a lot of deprivations, and when we talk of the age brackets that children fall into, that's the impressionable age, where whatever they experience has a way of impacting and affecting them through life. So a child that is emotionally, physically, or mentally traumatized by maybe war, violence, sexual abuse, verbal abuse, or physical abuse will become a traumatized person as he or she goes along, except he or she seeks help. So children that are recruited into war very early in life, children who are abducted from schools, children who are sexually violated and abused, become traumatized adults all through life.
War affects children in all ways. Children are dependent on the care, empathy, and attention of adults who love them. Their attachments are frequently disrupted in times of war, molestation, loss of parents, and all sorts of distraction that can affect their mental health.
Awareness is one thing, which I think a day like this is promoting and is creating. And then interventions by adults who take responsibility to protect the children. And then after raising awareness, providing help hotlines that children and vulnerable people can call and seek help. And then providing help when such lines are called is also a means of intervention. Promote values that protect children. They should provide safe environment for children. They should encourage parents and strong support system to back up these people. Education is another means of combating this kind of, or controlling or reducing violence against children. When children are enforced and compelled to go to schools, that automatically cuts or reduces recruitment to war, recruitment to child labor, and so on. So these are some of the ways by which, and then when people who perpetrate violence against children are sanctioned, jailed, and punished. I believe that when there are serious implications and consequences for such actions, it will be controlled in the society and the safety of the children will be preserved and protected.
Now it is a time for individuals and organizations all over the world to become aware of the impact of abuse in all its forms against children. It is also a time when organizations and individuals learn from or take part in awareness campaigns centered on protecting children's rights.